the dangerous cocktail of coaching and spirituality. On the surface, it can look perfectly ordinary. A Friday evening on the deck, hammock swaying, glass of red wine in hand, Kindle open. A scene of contentment. A declaration to friends and family that the simple life is enough. This is the image many people project when they talk about being grounded, living within their means, and appreciating the little things. But beneath the surface, there is often something else. A folder on a hard drive labeled desires. Images collected over time. A curated vision of a life not yet lived. Luxury homes, exotic holidays, status symbols. Written notes on what should be manifested, goals framed as destiny. In private, the language of spirituality, manifesting, affirmations, visualizing abundance, sits alongside the promise of coaching, which explains why things have not yet materialized and offers a system to finally unlock the extraordinary life that is owed. This duality is not an isolated story. It is a cultural pattern, one that becomes especially dangerous when the world of coaching merges with the world of New Age spirituality. Together, they create a cocktail of ideology that looks harmless, even inspirational, but functions with the same self-sealing logic and recruitment tactics as a cult. The performance of ordinariness. The myth of ordinariness is the first step in the sales pitch. Self-help authors, coaches, and spiritual gurus alike begin their story by insisting they were just like you. They were broke, anxious, unhappy, or average. They lived simple, unremarkable lives until they discovered a secret. This performance of ordinariness is not about celebrating the dignity of the average life. It is about establishing relatability before pivoting to transformation. The message is, if I could transcend ordinariness, so can you. It is why so many people caught up in self-help culture still portray themselves as grounded. They talk about loving sunsets, appreciating time with friends, and being satisfied with the simple pleasures. They need to project humility because humility makes the desire for more look balanced and reasonable. Without this mask of simplicity, the hunger for the best might look like greed. The hidden entitlement. Beneath the talk of ordinariness lies entitlement. The belief that life owes more. That average is beneath someone who knows their worth. This entitlement is cultivated by spiritual practices that present desire not as longing, but as destiny. Manifestation journals, vision boards, affirmations, and meditations are not neutral activities. They are rehearsals in entitlement, repeating the belief that the universe will eventually deliver what has been ordered. Spirituality, in this form, is not about transcendence or meaning. It is consumerism with incense. When people talk about enjoying the simple life while privately maintaining a catalogue of desires for something greater, they are not living in integrity. They are caught in the tension between what they show to others and what they believe they deserve. This dissonance is not accidental. It is exactly the state that keeps them vulnerable to the next offer, whether from a coach, a retreat, or the latest best-selling self-help book. Coaching as the enabler. If New Age spirituality identifies the problem, failure to manifest properly, coaching provides the diagnosis. Coaching reframes dissatisfaction not as bad luck but as evidence of a block, a pattern, or a limiting belief. The coaching industry thrives on this structure. You are told your goals are valid and attainable, but your current strategies are flawed. The coach positions themselves as the one who can see what you cannot, the hidden wiring in your psychology that prevents you from stepping into your potential. The language is scientific sounding but hollow. Instead of acknowledging real-world barriers, economic structures, systemic inequality, plain chance, coaching insists the issue is internal. You are not stuck because of circumstance. You are stuck because you have not yet invested in the right process. Where spirituality says you are out of alignment, coaching says you are playing small. The result is the same, blame shifted back onto the individual, and the solution always requiring another purchase. The dangerous cocktail. When coaching and spirituality merge, the result is a closed system that is almost impossible to break free from. Spirituality tells you your desires are valid and achievable if you believe hard enough. Coaching tells you the reason those desires have not materialized is because of your mindset, your story, your blocks. Together, they promise resolution only through further engagement, another program, another retreat, another session. This merger creates what can only be described as a cult-like dynamic. Us versus them. Those outside the system are asleep, unconscious, or stuck in the past. Self-sealing logic. Any doubt or failure is proof that you need to go deeper into the system, not out of it. Authority figures. Charismatic coaches or spiritual teachers whose own law validates the cycle. Sacred language. A blend of NLP jargon and New Age buzzwords that creates an insider dialect. What makes this cocktail so effective is that it cloaks dissatisfaction in empowerment. Wanting more is no longer greed. It is growth. Feeling average is no longer acceptance. It is failure. The entire system depends on keeping ordinary life illegitimate. Why it matters. The cost of this cocktail is real. Ordinary life is delegitimized. A simple evening with wine and a book is no longer enough. It becomes a stepping stone, not a destination. Average is recast as failure. Integrity is compromised. People present themselves as content while privately chasing more, leading to fractured relationships and hollow self-presentations. Vulnerability is monetized. Those who are overwhelmed, searching, or insecure become easy prey for programs that sell certainty where none exists. Communities become echo chambers. The merging of coaching and spirituality produces groups where dissent is seen as negativity, and leaving is framed as regression. At scale, this is not just a personal problem. It is an industry problem. Billions are made each year by convincing people that ordinariness is a defect, and that transcendence can be purchased if you are willing to keep digging for the block or refining your alignment. Picture again the Friday evening hammock. The wine, the Kindle, the quiet ordinariness of a simple moment. Ask yourself, is this not enough? Must everything be reinterpreted as a stepping stone toward a bigger, better, more extraordinary life? When coaching and New Age spirituality merge, they will never allow ordinariness to stand on its own. They will recast it as a failure, a misalignment, a blockage. That is their business model. And that is why the cocktail is dangerous. Because the moment we are convinced that average is failure, we become permanent customers of an industry that survives not on delivering results, but on keeping dissatisfaction alive.